Welcome to New York Got Game.
Welcome back to another edition of New York Got Game, where the Knicks are undefeated in the preseason. They're also under 10 days away from their start of the regular season. As the preseason continues, the anticipation continues to build for the regular season. So there's more and more to discuss about this Knicks team. We've got a good guest joining us this week to talk about a spicy hot take that has to do with the Knicks. So let's get right into it.
The Knicks are heating up.
Okay, so today we've got a special guest joining the show. He's the host of Combo's Court, Andrew Salop, also known as Combo. He's stirring up the Knicks fan base. He's got one bold prediction that is going to be the focus of this week's episode. So let's get into it. My guy Andrew here in studio with me. What's going on, man?
My guy, what's up, bro?
How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. We had a great talk before the show, and we're going to have a great talk during the show.
Yeah,
talk a little Gen Z millennial action.
We did.
Yeah, we were praising Gen Z. We were
praising Gen Z.
Yeah.
People might not think of us. We are millennials, old millennials. People might not think that we would praise Gen Z.
Yeah, right.
But we were giving some respect to you guys out
man.
there, including the Gen Z Knicks. We love everybody.
We love everyone.
We love everybody. It's
Yes.
good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Just working on shows and family and working out, and that's what I do. You know that, Dexter. You were just on my show. Go listen to Combo's Court. Dexter was on there with some great takes, some Asia Wilson takes, some Knicks takes.
You said I was spicy.
You were spicy that day because you went right at Caitlin Clark.
I didn't go at Caitlin Clark. I went at the Clarkies.
The Clarkies.
To be
You're right.
fair. I went at the Clarkies.
They're a conglomerate.
You're saying they're one and the
They're
same?
a conglomerate. They're all together.
I don't know if Caitlin Clark is down with
Well,
the
you're
Clarkies.
saying she's not with her supporters? They're all together.
She can appreciate her supporters. She might not appreciate how all of them act. That's all I'm saying.
Fair.
That's all I'm saying.
Fair.
Now, you just mentioned that I was on your show, Combo's Court. Everybody go check that out. And I've known you for some time.
Yes, sir.
And you like to give some spicy hot takes.
I just give what I believe. Some people think it's spicy, you know?
Some people think spicy. You'll say spicy.
Yeah, it's like the truth, and they think the truth is spicy.
Sometimes the truth isn't spicy. Sometimes it's bland.
That's true. Yeah, that's
But
true.
sometimes truth can be spicy.
The truth can be, and we got to find that truth. That's spicy.
Fair.
There you go.
You've had some bold takes from me before. This is not your first time on the show.
No.
But you said to me when I was on your show, Dex, I believe that the Knicks will win the title this season.
100%.
That turned my head. That's going to turn some other people's heads. What convinced you? My question for this off the top is, I want you to explain yourself to the people, why you said this, and what convinced you that this is the year? Because you've heard people say this before, the Knicks are going to win it this year, maybe not a lot recently, but you guys get what I'm saying. But you're like, this is the year the Knicks are going to win the title. Why do you believe the Knicks will be hoisting the Larry O'Brien Trophy in June of 2026?
The East is wide open. Halliburton out. Tatum out. I think that they have more chemistry now. They got a year together with Brunson and Cat. And then I don't think OKC is going to repeat in the West. I think we thought the Bucks were going to repeat. We thought the Celtics were going to repeat. We thought Denver was going to repeat. And none of that ever happened, right? And I think it's going to continue in that. I think we're in the era of one-offs. And I think it's the Knicks' year because of how wide open the East is. And I think the one team that could give them problems in the finals is actually the Denver Nuggets. But I think the Knicks will have a parade in New York City after it's all said and done.
Okay. All right. Look, we've seen how these streets will get outside after these Knicks postseason games. And I've asked other people this, and as native New Yorkers, your mind has to go to the point where what's it going to be like if they win it? It's going to be crazy. You've seen how it is outside the Garden when they win a game. You saw it was when they got to the conference finals.
Right.
Can you imagine? I'm sure you have imagined. Can you imagine?
I saw it last year, and they didn't even
But
make
can you
it
imagine
to
if
the
they
finals.
actually win?
Oh, it's over, bro. It's kind of scary, actually.
I agree.
No,
I
like
agree.
this is dark. People might die.
Well,
Is that too dark for your show?
Nah, I mean, we bring the truth, whether it's spicy, light, dark, whatever
Yeah.
it is. People gonna do some crazy stuff.
I hope everybody lives. That's all I'm saying.
People
were jumping off like buildings,
I just want to
light
say,
posts.
we are not saying that you should go out there and
No,
do
we
that.
should not do
You should
that.
absolutely not do that, but it could get like that. Now, just to follow up, because you said the East is wide open, okay? You don't think OKC is going to repeat. You think you're leaning into the fact that we are
OKC is too inexperienced to repeat, I believe.
I think that's an interesting statement.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
But you are pretty much, when I hear that take, you are really buying into this age of parity combined with the continuity that the Knicks has before.
Yes.
And you're right, we haven't seen a repeat champion since 2018. So you're buying into all of this.
I got some more for you, too.
People are going to say there's been some change to the roster. I like your continuity point. I think that's underrated with this Knicks team.
Yeah,
So
they got one more year together.
One more year together. Is it possible the biggest upgrade that they made, and we're going to get into the coach in a second, is it possible the biggest upgrade they made this offseason was actually switching the coach?
Yeah, Mike Brown's going to bring ball movement. He's going to bring player movement. I think Tibbs was a great defensive coach, but he was a little bit stuck in his ways, and he wasn't playing modern basketball, read and react basketball, which we saw Mike Brown bring to the Kings, and I think that's really important for the New York Knicks, and we're seeing a little bit of it in preseason.
You were seeing a bit of it in preseason with him and that, but when you look at Mike Brown as this new head coach, right? And I've been liking what I've been seeing in preseason. You're seeing a system without a playbook. You're seeing more freedom from these guys in the way they're playing. How much of the factor of that, just the fact that there's a new system and the freedom within the system and the movement and the spacing, how much of that is tying into your confidence in what you're saying about what you believe this team could do?
Yeah, I think it was tough with Jalen Brunson playing hero ball. I think it's tough to win a championship like that. And I think just bringing the ball movement, the player movement, the continuity. I think Mikal Bridges is going to have a big season this year. I expect him to be an all-star because of the ball movement and the player movement and a little bit more Jalen Brunson off the ball. And if he's an all-star, that's a good sign that my prediction will come true. The New York Knicks will win a championship this season.
So, just to follow on that, I think Bridges, I've been saying this all summer, I think Bridges is going to have a great season in this
He'll be an
offense.
all-star this year.
That's another bold statement, too. So you think Knicks going to have 3 all-stars this year?
We got to see.
But you think Bridges is going to be one of them?
Bridges is going to be one of them.
Bridges has looked good in the preseason thus far.
This is going to be, Knicks fans might get mad at this, is going to be Brooklyn Nets, Mikal Bridges on a winning team. That's what this is going to be.
But do they need him to be Brooklyn Nets, Mikal Bridges? You and I talked about this last year. Do they need him to be Brooklyn Nets, Mikal Bridges? Because I just think
would
he
help.
needs to flaw. I don't think he's got to score 22 points a game. I think he's got to just give you 17 to 19, somewhere between there.
I want to see 22 points a game, Mikal Bridges.
I don't think he gets 22 points a game. I don't.
Why not?
Because I don't think that's how it's going to flow in this offense. I think 19 is more realistic.
Okay.
Can I say this?
22 for Brunson, 22 for Mikal,
Oh, so
19 for Cat.
You're bringing Brunson's numbers down to 22.
Yeah, man. From what I'm seeing in preseason, a little bit more Brunson in the corner. I hope he's happy with that. Because me as a player, if I'm the man, if I get to take every shot, if I get to handle the ball whenever I want, if they take that away from me a little bit, I'm a little upset. But Brunson might be more selfless than I am.
We're going to get to that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we talked about this on your show. Because I'm like,
That's one of the red flags.
that's one you're concerned about that.
I'm concerned that
All right,
Brunson might be a little upset. We are also seeing. I don't want to step on your toes.
No, go ahead.
We're also hearing him say. Now he's being kind of PC. This is going to be a long journey, man. Long journey. He could have used different words.
I think when he says it's going to be a long journey, he's trying to get people to temper their expectations.
I'm reading the body language.
Like you, who have put the expectations sky high towards championship.
He's watching. He's probably listening to Combos Court. He's probably hearing me say it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe he's watching this and he's like, I'm with Dex. Like, you got to bring it down a little bit.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, he's trying to bring the expectations down a little bit. I can see that. So let's go back to Mike Brown, because he has talked about playing faster, which you talked about, and spacing differently with this team. From a basketball philosophy standpoint, how does that style fit with this roster?
It's interesting.
Because this is a roster that played a certain way under Tibbs. So how does the roster fit with everything that Mike Brown has been preaching and what you've seen thus far through 3 preseason games?
I like it. I actually do think that some of the players on the Knicks are not read and react type players. Like OG's not really a read and react type player. Even Brunson's a guy who likes to have the ball in his hands. Even Cat, shoot it, pass it, drive it, attacks closeouts really well. They don't remind me of Golden State Warriors, Mike Brown, Kings type players, but I do think you need some of that to get deeper in the playoffs, because you don't want Brunson to be so tired when everything means the most, you know?
Yeah.
You know, in crunch time. He is the clutch player of the year, but we don't want him to be tired in that moment. You know, it was a little too much Brunson hero ball.
Yeah, I was looking at his usage the other day in the playoffs, and the usage rate was 35%. During the regular season, it was 32%. Could you bring it down a little bit? There haven't been any data I've seen thus far in the preseason, but I'm wondering where it is. And that kind of brings me to the next question, because with a new offense that you see with the Knicks, right? We're going to see different sets and different actions for the team than we've seen before. Jalen Brunson, as you mentioned, is going to be playing a little bit off the ball. You've seen him a little bit in the corner at times. So you've seen Jalen Brunson playing a little bit off the ball. How do you think that Jalen Brunson is going to play off the ball after being so ball dominant for so long during his Knicks tenure? And do you think it's going to bode well for him personally and also the Knicks as a team?
I think there's a chance that him and Mike Brown bump heads at some point during the season.
Really?
Because Jalen Brunson is a guy who likes to work on his game. He likes to work on his skill set. He likes to have the basketball in his hands. He loves to be in the gym. He loves to work on skill. That's Jalen Brunson. And when you're one of those guys, you want the basketball in your hands. And he had that last season. Now, more ball movement, more player movement. I think it brings your ceiling higher. But there is a chance that Mike Brown and Jalen Brunson can bump heads during the season. And you heard it here first on New York Got Game.
I like you pumping the show. But my pushback to that is going to be.
I want to hear that.
I'm pushing back.
Yeah.
Combo. My pushback to that is Jalen Brunson's a player who has adapted to whatever situation in his career. He's played off ball with a ball dominant guy in Luka Doncic on a team that also had Spencer Dinwiddie.
He did.
And he was fine.
He did.
The question I'll throw back to you, do you believe Jalen Brunson's all about winning?
He's all about winning. But it goes back to that question, right? Like I asked you, Dexter. Would you rather get 30 and lose or 1 and win? Me personally, I'd rather get 30 and lose, bro.
What?
I want to get buckets.
If you get buckets and losing, what does it matter? You're a loser.
If you get 1 and win, nobody cares about you.
If you hit the one free throw and won the game.
Okay, now you're changing context.
I am changing the context.
No, but in all seriousness, like, I don't know. I think it will be a tough adjustment for Brunson, and I'm seeing a little bit of it now. I'm seeing the sprinkles.
I don't think that you're wrong on that.
He's really harping on that long journey thing.
But
like
it is a long.
You could be.
I
I understand you got to be like PC and just give like. There's other ways to go PC.
You don't think he really believes in it being a long journey and being a process?
No, it will be a long journey, but I do believe part of that long journey, he wants it to be that there will be some of that heliocentric, I'm an engine type Knicks offense that we've seen. And then mix in a little bit of that ball movement and player movement and not all be about that, right? Look, I know in the regular season he's going to have the basketball. I just think at times he's going to be like, the rhythm is going to be hard. When you have the basketball in your hands, you always have rhythm.
I think he's good enough of a player.
He's a great player.
I agree.
A great player.
I think that he's a great player enough that he's going to recognize what needs to be done for the team, what's also best for him. And, like, I know it feels good having the ball in your hand. I understand that you get the rhythm. I understand all that. But you know what also feels good? Being fresh when you have the ball in your hand down the stretch.
100%.
So you're not as burnt out, particularly in the playoffs.
100%.
I think that matters a lot.
Here's the thing, like, it's a sacrifice that has to be made to win a championship. But what if you make the sacrifice and don't win the championship?
You try again.
It's like, oh, Jalen Brunson fell off. He hears that, bro. He's in media. He has a podcast. He hears all that.
Listen. You do podcasts. I do podcasts. We do content.
Brunson does podcasts.
If you're gonna look, let's say Jalen Brunson, his points per game average drops 2.5 to 3 points.
No, it could drop more than that.
If you think that he fell off because of that, because it's all about buckets for you, then I think you're wrong.
I agree with that.
And I feel like you're not understanding basketball.
I agree with that.
If he's more efficient this year and the team is winning more, that's all that matters. I want him as fit. And Jalen Brunson's a highly efficient player. Can he be more efficient? Absolutely.
Look, what if you're the man? You took a pay cut unless Pablo Torre comes after him. We don't know what's going to happen with that. You got less shots, too?
You're wild.
You
can't be putting out stuff like that. Now you got the Knicks, people thinking the Knicks have different payments going on.
I didn't say anything. I was just plugging up Pablo Torre.
Don't give Pablo any more ideas. Pablo might start looking for a new story.
Yeah, man. No, that was a joke.
Yes,
but like he took a pay cut, legit. Like we're saying, he took a pay cut. Now less shots, and then you don't even win a championship. I'm a little upset, man. I'm a little upset.
Here's what I want to say about winning the championship.
Yeah.
It's a long journey.
It's a long journey. That's what he's saying. I think he's saying it's a long journey for us to win a championship and give me the ball. Because I'm Jalen Brunson and this is my team.
I still think he gets the ball when it
matters. Of course, he's going to get the ball a lot. But what was his average last year?
think he averaged just 24, 20, just under 25. I
Okay,
believe.
yeah. Like if I'm in my prime and I go from 25 to 19, I'm like,
he's not going from 25 to 19. I don't see that. 25 to 19?
possible because Mikal's going to have a year, man. I'm telling you.
You got Mikal going up to 22.
Yeah.
It's one of the numbers to watch with this.
Yeah, I think Mikal might be their leading scorer.
See, I think you're just being spicy now.
No, I'm serious. Like for what I'm saying in preseason, I know it's early.
All right.
Mikal Bridges might be there.
He's having the best preseason out of any Knick.
He's a better two-way player than Brunson too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a better overall player. He's a better two-way player for sure. He's just good. Mikal Bridges, well, this is why a lot of the talk with Bridges and you last year, I remember before the season, you came on with me and we talked about how impactful he needed to be and
100%.
all this stuff. And he did not have a good year last year during the regular season. He came big in the playoffs. I am also inclined to agree with you. I think he is going to have a really good year.
Yes.
I just think this offense suits his game incredibly well, and I think we will see that. Now,
Yeah.
Knicks have a roster. They have some continuity, but we have to get to something that came up last week. You know this. There's been a lot of rumblings about a potential Giannis move for the Knicks in the future. Two-part question for me here. One, do the Knicks need Giannis? And do those rumblings impact your confidence in the Knicks' long-term window, or do they only fuel your win-now belief that they're going to win now? Like, which one is it? Because if you think the Giannis move is around the window,
Great call.
right?
Yeah.
Is that impacting how you feel about things
Yeah.
now? And then don't forget the first part, do they need Giannis?
They don't need Giannis, I think. And to harp on your point, I think that's another red flag. Like, was I in the trade talks? You know, right in preseason? Players think about that.
It's a distraction. You're saying it's a distraction.
It's a distraction.
Yeah,
it's a distraction for sure. No matter what they say, it's a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it could have been Kat in those talks. It could have been Mikal. But I think the Knicks will win the championship this year. But if they don't win, they should trade Jalen Brunson for Giannis. Engine for engine.
You are trolling.
I'm not trolling. I'm saying if you're going to get Giannis, I don't think you should get Giannis. But listen. The fit with Giannis and Brunson is not a good fit. It's two engines. You heard James Harden. I am the system. Giannis is a system. Brunson is a system. Now, if you put them two together and you have to trade Mikal and Kat, you gutted your whole depth, it doesn't make sense with those two. We just saw Dame Lillard and Giannis not work. Two engines. Giannis is the engine now. And the team will be better defensively. I think if you lose this season, you trade Brunson for Giannis in a 3-team deal, that lands Brunson with the Rockets.
The Knicks are going to trade their captain.
Well, they're going to win a championship. I'm just saying if they don't win a championship.
If they don't win a championship,
Listen,
they're not trading their captain.
here's my caveats. Here's my caveats.
Go ahead.
They're going to win a championship this year.
Yes.
If they don't, and they have their mind set on Giannis, we have to get Giannis, the move is Brunson.
No.
For fit reasons.
No.
They're both engines. They're not going to work well together.
Let me ask you this, too. I don't think the Knicks need Giannis. I'm with you.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If you have your mind set, that has to be the move.
To get Giannis, you would have to gut this team.
You don't have to gut it if you trade Brunson.
But Brunson's not enough. Giannis makes $50 million a year. You got to get the salary to get a little closer.
Well, you go Pacome Dadier, Miles Bridges.
No, you're probably going to have to put a Josh Hart in there. But is that what they?
Oh, the roommates in Milwaukee.
Yeah,
they could eat some cheese, have some beer.
Some cheese curds.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the roommates don't want to be in Milwaukee. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
They don't want to be in Milwaukee.
That's a fact.
No shit.
Or how about the Rockets though? That might be a good mix. Josh Hart, KD. We'll see what happens. But go ahead, Dexter. I don't want to.
The point I was going to make to it is, I agree with you. The Knicks don't need Giannis.
Yes.
And I have concerns about Giannis anyway coming to the Knicks. Giannis is a player who's still fantastic. He's a top 4 player in the league.
Yes.
But he can't shoot. I don't see his game aging well as he gets older. I don't like that for the Knicks long term.
Interesting.
A big who can't shoot, who's going to lose a step or two, and it's like, is he going to be a bigger Russell Westbrook? Is that what we're looking at?
How do you feel about Giannis, wing stop, space in the floor, playing defense? Defensively, they'll be ridiculous. We saw Kat and Rudy do really well together. We saw Giannis and Brook Lopez do really good together in 2 big lineups. How are you thinking about that? With Giannis as your engine instead of Jalen Brunson. Just think about that. That's a crazy team.
I'm going to say this. Maybe this is spicy. Maybe this is the hot take. I don't trust Giannis as my engine as things get older.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I think
Brunson is younger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think this is why I wouldn't do that trade.
I wouldn't do that trade either. I'm just saying if you have to do it, you go that way for fit reasons. And then also, I'm telling you, I'm putting it all together here. Mike Brown, Brunson, butting heads. They want to bring Giannis in. I'm telling you.
You're just out here trying to put some drama on
No,
the table.
I'm just. I told you my prediction is the Knicks will win a championship. I'm just cautioning Knicks fans about the potential dangers of this season. You got to look at it, the gift and curse, like Jay-Z.
There's a gift and a curse to everything. All right. You might have mentioned, maybe this is your guy. I want to know, maybe it's a different one.
Okay.
But if you had to point to one player outside of Brunson, because you talked about how important he'll be and how he could play on the ball, off the ball, et cetera. But if you had to point to a player outside of Brunson who could be the X factor in making a title run happen for the Knicks, who is it and why?
Jordan Clarkson.
X factor.
X factor. Every great team needs a sixth man. Vinny Microwave Johnson, Jason Terry. Jordan Clarkson is that guy. He's the team's only hooper, as I told you. They have a lot of basketball players, but Jordan Clarkson is their only hooper, and this team desperately needed a guy that could heat things up off the bench. A Jamal Crawford, Lou Williams type player, not as good as them, but he's that, and he'll be there for the New York Knicks. And if he has a great season, it's going to bode really well for this New York Knicks team.
What's a great season for Jordan Clarkson?
Off the bench, 15, 4, and 4.
15 might be hard for him off the
He's
bench.
tough. He got everything.
He's got games.
He's skilled. He's athletic. He has height. He could get a shot up. This is why D'Lo's still in the league, because he could get a shot up. It's important. That's a little bit.
He could also get a shot up and start breaking them.
No, too. But getting shots up is important. That's a little bit of the Miles McBride problem. He can't get shots up.
He's not as good as a creator.
Yeah, like you got to be able to get shots up in the league.
I agree. And something I think you and I talked about on your show was that when you looked at the Knicks bench production, particularly in the playoffs, where they struggled, man, it was rough, right? You just didn't have a guy that can go get you a bucket.
Right.
Jordan Clarkson could do that.
Yes.
So you look at him as an X factor for that bench. You think he sets the tone in a way.
Yeah. And I want him to be the sixth man. I think he's the most talented guy off the bench this year. The most talented.
You like Josh Hart coming off the bench?
I actually like Josh Hart as a starter, but you can't start him because you need Mitch there, because Brunson and Cat is not good on defense. Like Cat anchoring a defense is no bueno.
Right. It's not good. And then the other problem for me with Hart is you have him. I've talked about this with Brian Fonseca here on the show. You have him out there as another non-shooter, especially if you start Mitch. It just couldn't work. So I like the double big lineup. I've kind of come around.
I know CP was really big on it, and I kind of like talking to people around the league. They're telling me and I thought about this before then, that you can't have Cat anchoring your defense with Brunson as the other best player that needs to play major minutes. It's just not going to work.
And Cat looks more comfortable now in the 4. I know it's preseason.
He slimmed down to play the 4, right?
He's looked He's looked better. You know what I mean? He's looked better than that. So look, I know you're confident that the Knicks are going to win it all. You said it with your chest. You're confident.
Yes.
Do you have any concerns, any red flags about the 2025, 2026 New York Knicks? Are there any concerns that you have with this team?
Yeah, I think you talked about one of them when it's those trade talks. Does that get in the locker room's head? Like, was I in trade talks? And then it's the Brunson-Mike Brown dynamic with this team shifting more to player movement and ball movement and a little less hero ball from Brunson. How will Brunson adjust to that is a huge X factor for this team.
How many games do you feel like you need to see from the?
We're going to see it quick. Real quick.
See what quick? The fact that
if it's going to work with Brunson or it's not.
It's not.
I think it's real quick.
I think that I usually say with all these things with basketball, get to 25 games or so. I like to see what you got with the team. I don't want to jump too early, but I think we'll know about then.
Yeah, definitely.
Team looks like
definitely. That's fair.
I think there's going to be some growing pains with the offense. You're going to see some things that look good. It's not going to look good, but I do think it's they're playing the way they need to play.
Yeah.
For the two guys they have on this team.
Look, I think the Knicks are going to win a championship. What do you think the outcome will be at the end of the season?
I think the Knicks have a very good shot of winning a championship. I'm not giving my prediction yet. You'll get that next week.
Okay.
But I'm going to say this because, again, I understand some people are going to watch this conversation between me and Combo, and they're going to see the title of this episode. They're going to say, this is crazy. I think for the first time in a long time, the most anticipated Knicks season, 30 years, 3 decades, that statement is not crazy. The Knicks absolutely can win
100%.
the title this year.
100%.
Absolutely can win the title this year.
And another thing we didn't talk about yet, their 4 best guys are in their prime window.
Yeah, which I think matters.
Yeah,
I think windows are smaller now in the NBA in this
100%.
second apron world. The windows are smaller,
Yeah.
which is also why I don't think it's crazy.
No, they're not old. They're in their prime. They're not young and inexperienced. They're right there where they're supposed to be when it comes to age. Like, they've done a really great job with building this roster. Like, incremental moves over the course of time without name chasing. That's why they shouldn't trade for Giannis.
I happen to agree with that.
Yeah.
Right, but here's the thing. Knicks fans, and we are native New Yorkers, and we know this. They've been through decades of hope. They've also been through decades of hurt. We've seen that. So what should give them confidence that this year's team is, I'm going to take a word, you talked about how the team is built. This year's team is built different. Because that's what Knicks, I think fans that look at this are going to look at and say, all right, Combo, I see your confidence, you like this, but how is this different than what I've seen in the past? How is this different? Let's take it 30 years ago to 1995. And it was a different basketball era and all the stuff. But I think it's the last time the Knicks fan really had hope that this team could go all the way and do it. And they got their heart broken. Why is this team built different?
Yeah, no major shakeups, adding pieces over the course of time, not name chasing. And then the East is wide open, as I said, with no Halliburton, no Tatum. I think they're going to make the finals. I think OKC gets there, but I don't think OKC has the experience yet to repeat. I think there is a chance for a dynasty, obviously, with the second apron and the first apron. It's hard to keep teams together. But I don't think that they'll have the experience to repeat. It's a really tough thing to do, and then I think the Knicks win it all. I would say if you're going against Jokic, who now has Bruce Brown back, who has Tim Hardaway Jr., and they have Cam Johnson, that's a tough team if they get it together. So that would be scary for the Knicks, I think. But if OKC gets there, I think the Knicks will win it all.
I like Denver out the West, too.
Denver. I mean, Jokic keeps getting better. Like, his one weakness was three-point shooting, and then he shot like crazy last year for being like, he's honestly one of the greatest players to ever live.
But I can see OKC getting back there, too.
Yeah.
That wouldn't shock me.
I think that's actually better for the Knicks because Jokic is,
you don't like that matchup at all.
I don't like Jokic.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I hear you on that.
He's ridiculous.
I've talked about this a lot, too, with Brian Fonseca on this show. We've talked about, and Stephen Bondi, our great Knicks beat writer here, we talked about this season being championship or bust for the Knicks. And I think the front office and the organization has definitely made it seem like this. How would you define success if they fall short here? Is it championship or bust, or is there sort of a gradual step that you look at with the Knicks in terms of even if they fall short, they kind of made the right step towards if they get to the finals and lose, but they did that. It's like progression in the right way. How do you?
Yeah,
is it not successful if they don't win the championship?
Well, if you actually lose the championship, you shouldn't look at it as a total failure. You should look at it as a learning experience from a philosophical point of view. But to me, it's championship or bust because this is going to be their best chance. If I'm on the team, it's not an absolute failure. Like, I'm looking for ways for us to get better, to win it next year. But in Combo's point of view, it's championship or bust because it's going to be their best chance, I think. They're all in their prime window. I told you the East is wide open because of all the injuries. And I don't think OKC will repeat because of their inexperience, even though they won a championship. So I think this is the year they have to win. And then once they win, people will want to play there. And then maybe they can win again and again and kind of build a dynasty here in New York.
Oh, see, now you have to use the D word. Now we're out here talking about dynasty.
Hey,
it
could go either way. It could go either way. It could go boom or bust with this Knicks team. We gave you the red flags, and then I gave you the predictions.
You did give me the red flag. You did give me the prediction. Okay, we're going to go to the last question here.
Oh, we're already done, man?
Yeah,
I could do this for 2 more hours.
I mean, we had a lot that we talked about.
Let me enjoy the moment.
A lot. Yeah, you got to stay in the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you are right, let's say that you're right. Let's say that the Knicks win it all.
By the way, can I just say this?
Oh, here we go.
I said Soto to the Mets on your show.
You did.
I told you what the decision 2.0 would be on my show.
You said it would be from some brand. You were right about that.
Yes, and now I'm saying the Knicks will win a championship.
Combo Stradamus, that's what we're calling you now?
Let's go, baby.
So
I always knew I was a prophet, but I couldn't find a decent job. Jay-Z, let's go. All right, let's go. Sorry.
I'm always here for the Jay-Z bars. Like, there's no problem.
Jay-Z or Nas?
My 2 favorite rappers of all time, but Jay-Z is the GOAT.
Okay. I respect it. I agree.
My 2 favorites of all time.
Jadakiss is the GOAT, I think, as a rapper. I think he's the best rapper to ever live. People have better bodies of work, but just in terms of rapping, he's the best to ever do it. But we'll proceed.
Jadakiss might be mad I don't have him in his top 5, but birthday Jada.
Top 5, dead or alive, and that's just off one LP.
I'm Jada. I love you, but you're not.
Okay.
Jada's not my top 5. I love Jada.
Not my opinion. That's Dexter's opinion. But,
That's just mine. Hey, we got spicier takes on the show, like the Knicks are going to win the championship.
yeah.
You got to let us know if you agree or not. But if you are right, and the Knicks do win it all, what do you think is going to be the one headline that you hope to read about next June that will tell you the story of this team's journey?
Dynasty in the making.
Ooh. So you think that if they win it all, the headlines will be, it's going to be on the back page of the Post. This is the dynasty in the making. This is something sustainable. This is something you can see going on for years.
100%, because they're in their prime window. And they're professionals. Mikal's a professional. Jalen's a professional. Cat's a professional. They're all OG's a professional. Like those guys, like remember I said Jordan Clarkson's a hooper?
Yeah.
You got to be worried about the hooper's longevity, right? But these guys are professional basketball players. You know, and I think that bodes well when you're talking dynasty. I think if they win this year, they'll be able to get those vet minimum deals where people want to ring chase with the Knicks. And I think it's a dynasty in the making. I think they're more experienced than OKC to really start that dynasty up this year. So dynasty in the making.
What do you think the reaction is going to be from people that hear your take here today? Like the New Yorker that's a basketball
They just don't want to
fan.
be hurt. That's what it is. But
So
they know
so are you saying that people are scared to say what you're
they're
saying?
scared. People are scared. They know what's happening though. It's a dynasty in the making. I'm telling you, Dexter.
Saying there's shook ones out there.
Shook ones out there. Mobb Deep. Shouts to them.
Shout out to Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
New album just dropped, Infinite.
Okay. You're on it. Okay.
I do think, but you have to understand that though, the trepidation from the Knicks fan to not want to go.
Fans are always mad at me, Dexter, because I said Cade was better than Jalen Brunson.
I remember when you said that.
He might be the MVP this year. He had 26, 6, and 6 in preseason.
I mean,
light work.
Do you think the Pistons are going to win enough games?
Yes. Pistons are dangerous.
How many wins do you have for the Knicks this year?
56.
Yeah, I like that. Having the 55 to 58 range.
Yeah, 56.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're not going to try and win every single regular season game. That was a Tibbs thing.
They're not playing it that way.
Yeah.
I don't see that at all.
As they should not play it that way,
But
right?
you have the Knicks winning it all.
They're winning it all, Dexter.
You're not scared.
Not scared.
You're never scared.
Never scared.
Word to Bone Crusher.
I was about to say that, man. We got the same vibes. Come on, man. I knew it.
Vibes going on. Word to Bone Crusher.
We should start a hip hop show, me and you.
We should do that. I used to do a
Yeah.
hip hop podcast with my guy Brian Fonseca. That was
Okay.
good. I Ain't Hard to Tell
Yeah.
podcast. Anybody wants to check it out?
I'm here
there.
for it. I'm here for it.
So you got the Knicks winning.
Yeah.
You think it's going to be a good year in New York. They're going to be hoisting the Larry O'Brien Trophy.
And you know what it's going to say on the New
spring.
York Post? I told you already.
It's a dynasty in the making.
Yeah.
They got to give you credit if that's the headline. They
what I
got to
hear.
put like a little asterisk and say Combo said it.
Send the check in the mail, Dexter.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't promise you all that.
Okay.
I can show them the clip.
Okay.
I can't promise you that you're gonna get paid. I can show them the clip. I can try and do that. But it's good. Hey, Combo out here making spicy predictions. He loves the Gen Zers. He said
I like
the
Gen
Knicks-
Z. I
he
love
said the
working
Knicks
with
are
Gen
gonna
Z.
win.
Gen Z are the best.
He's
Good
not-
vibes. Aura, Riz.
He's not a
I know all
hater.
their lingo. Come on, man.
He's
I'm
got-
an honorary Gen Z. I think, you know what? Gen Z thinks I'm Gen Z. Like, people in my family don't believe Gen Z thinks I'm Gen Z, but they do. They're like, you're that age? I'm not going to say my age on air, but they're like,
go.
really? I thought you were one of us. Go ahead.
You got good vibes. Maybe follow his good vibes. He says the Knicks are going to win. We are going to see what the Knicks do. Either way, look, Combo, I think it's going to be a very exciting season.
Very exciting.
Coming up. I'm really excited for it. Everybody check out Andrew Salop, also known as Combo. Combo's Court. Check out the podcast. It's a good one. I was on a recent episode.
Yes, you
Always
were.
a
Check
fun
that out.
time. Always good takes from this man at all whatsoever. He'll always give you some good takes. Spicy or not, bland,
the truth.
whatever you
The
want.
truth is
He
spicy.
said he'll give you the
Yeah,
truth.
what's your one bold prediction about the New York Knicks this season?
Oh, my bold prediction about the New York Knicks this season. Bold. What's a bold prediction about the New York Knicks this season? Let me see. You want to hear my bold? Okay.
Of course I do.
Here we go. My bold prediction is you said Cade Cunningham will win MVP.
Cade Cunningham will win MVP this year.
You also said he's better than Jalen Brunson.
He's definitely better than Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson has a way better team surrounding him.
And I'm going to say this. Jalen Brunson, MVP this year.
That's very bold. Not happening.
You asked me for a bold take. And
That's not. They're going away from Brunson hero ball. I don't see it.
But you see, why does somebody playing hero have to play
It's
hero
about
ball
the
to win
stats,
MVP?
bro. It's about the narrative. You need the stats to win MVP. You need the stats.
I think there's a way in which you're going to see. One, I don't think
You see the stats that SGA and Jokic put up? They're ridiculous.
I don't think
that Jokic puts up.
I don't think Brunson's point per game average is going down as much as people think it's going to be. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's actually going to be quite about the same.
You think it's going to be the same but more effortless?
Yes, I do.
I mean,
I think it's going to be so efficient.
You know, Jokic was top 3 in steals, points, assists, and rebounds. Nobody ever did that before. And he's going to do that again. He keeps getting better. That's the MVP every year. That should be the MVP every year, Dexter.
There's a case that Jokic could have won MVP last year, and he did not.
He should have won MVP.
You know,
no matter who wins the award, Jokic is the most valuable player in basketball.
I don't disagree with you on that. That's not. I'm not disagreeing with you on. I actually agree with you 100% on that. I'm just saying, I think narrative plays a lot into it. And if the Knicks have the ascending narrative that you said, and Jalen Brunson is the front and center best face of this team that transforms offensively and looks and is playing like a unit of a championship team by the time we get there, I think Jalen Brunson, and Jalen Brunson's highly efficient, and I do think also his assist numbers are going to go up.
Okay.
And assist percentage numbers are going to go up.
Okay.
I think Jalen Brunson has got a great chance. He was 5th in MVP voting 2 seasons ago in a much more heliocentric offense. I think when he's playing in a much better offense, we look at
I love Jalen Brunson
and him cooking, but he gets to play with other dudes. He's not burnt out, and I think that matters.
I like your take. I think it's up to Mike Brown not only to bring in the ball movement, the player movement, but make sure he gets his as well, Jalen Brunson, right? I love Jalen Brunson. Knicks fans thinks he's prime Michael Jordan, though. Knicks fans think Jalen Brunson is prime Michael Jordan.
I think the Knicks fan thinks that Jalen Brunson, and I think this is fair, I think that they think he is the best player they've had on this team clearly since Patrick Ewing.
Well, he's not a better basketball player than Carmelo Anthony.
He might end up being a better Knick than Carmelo Anthony.
Yes, if he wins a championship, I mean, he wins the championship. But
I mean, he's already had a better playoff career than Carmelo Anthony. That's not even debatable. He's got more playoff moments than Carmelo.
He's not a better basketball player.
That sounds like I'm shading Melo, because I'm not shading Melo, because I think Melo is a dope player.
He's one of the greatest scorers to ever live.
All time. I just think Jalen Brunson's a great leader, has great clutch playoff moments, has been further than him in the playoffs. I got a quick one for you before we get out of here. I don't think we've ever talked about this. I got to see. Now I'm extending this.
I want to. The email said 1:30 a.m. That's how long I'm trying to stay here. That's what the email said. Yeah, but anyway, go ahead, Dexter.
We never have people stay here after hours.
I'm ready. I can do this all day. Go ahead, Dexter.
Carmelo Anthony just went to the basketball. Not just went to. It was a little bit ago, a couple weeks, 6 weeks ago, whatever. Went to Basketball Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. Should his number be up in the rafters at MSG?
Of course.
All right.
He held down the franchise.
I've asked a lot of people this as it comes here. Some people feel one way, some people feel another. 3 to the dome.
3 to the dome.
Let's get Melo's number up there in the rafters.
Man. Melo, man.
We got to see
He reps
that.
Brooklyn. Yeah, come on.
There we go.
I'm not from Brooklyn, but he reps Brooklyn.
I'm from Brooklyn.
You are from Brooklyn. Shouts to Brooklyn, man.
You better have said that.
Shouts to Brooklyn. No shades to Brooklyn.
No, you could have got up out of here if you came with the shade to Brooklyn. You got up out of here. But hey, you asked me for my take. I gave you a little bit of a bold take.
It was good.
It was a bold take.
Yeah,
we'll see. Maybe. Hey, there's a world.
You know what?
Where,
if your take is right,
yes,
Mike Brown has done a great job this year.
I might also add, if my take is right, it's also very likely your take could be right.
You see how that all goes together? You see how we do it here at New York Got Game?
Both things can happen, and it will be kind of dope.
Yeah. But if both things don't happen, my Giannis take happens, and we don't want that to happen.
I do not like your Giannis take.
Yeah.
Don't like it at all.
But they could go back in the episode and hear it if they fast forward to the end. I don't know, but go ahead.
They shouldn't fast forward to that.
They
That's
shouldn't.
another thing. You should also check out Combo's Court. Andrew Salop, he hosts it. Does a fantastic job with the podcast. He has tons of great takes.
Thanks.
You need to check that out. Andrew, man, I appreciate you coming through and explaining to the people why you believe the Knicks are going to win a championship this year.
Knicks will win it all. Dynasty on the way. It'll say it in the New York Post when the season is over in June. Or was it July? June. There you go.
July is, you already talking about free agency for next year. We will see. Appreciate you, man.
Anytime. Appreciate you.
The Knicks are on fire!
Okay, so if you've been watching the Knicks so far this preseason, you've seen something that feels different. I'm talking about movement, spacing, pace and an actual flow to the offense that we simply did not see under Tom Thibodeau. And that's because in the preseason, new head coach Mike Brown, he's allowing his players to read and react to what defenses are giving them. And that's been a good thing. It's right. The Knicks, they're being taught to read and react, to trust instincts, to move the ball, cut, screen, and keep the defense guessing. Look, it's not perfect yet. Through 3 preseason games, you've seen the growing pains. You've seen some misreads. You've seen a few turnovers that make you shake your head. But you can already see how much freer this group looks offensively. For example, Jalen Brunson isn't just pounding the rock for 18 seconds anymore. He's coming off pin downs, running handoffs, even spotting up off the ball. And when he gets it back, it's quick decisions, not isolation dribbling. Guys like OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges, they're thriving in this pace, attacking open lanes instead of standing around. You're seeing 5-out spacing at times, with shooters stretching the floor, which is opening up driving lanes for Brunson and others. Mitchell Robinson, he's looking bouncy and catching lobs again. Knicks fans, that's an energy play that you missed a ton last season. And what's wild is that the Knicks are undefeated in this preseason, and they're not even close to a finished product. That's what should excite you. Brown's system isn't about running plays. It's about creating plays within plays. It's about trust, movement, and adaptability, something that can evolve deep into the season. After years of grinded out basketball, this offense has some rhythm and creativity. It's unpredictable, and for defenses, that's a nightmare. So yes, it's still a work in progress, but for Knicks fans who've been waiting to see something fresh, something more modern and fun, this is the kind of progress that you can get behind. If this continues to grow the way that it's trending, the Knicks won't just be tougher to defend, they might just be a whole new version of dangerous. That's going to do it for this week's episode of New York Got Game. Special thanks to the great people working behind the scenes, producer Erica Block, associate producer and technical director Heather Bonsignore, editor Eduardo Guerrero, and production assistants Tommy Cohen and Jessica Thiesing. I'm Dexter Henry. We will have much more coming your way this week on New York Got Game.
And thanks for watching New York Got Game. Boom shakalaka.